Susan Page is Washington bureau chief for USA Today. She is in Washington. Susan, Governor Pence says he'll release his tax returns next week. Does this just draw more attention to the fact that we haven't seen Donald Trump's returns yet?
Yeah, so we'll have a situation where Mike Pence, Hillary Clinton, and Tim Kaine have all released their tax returns, but Donald Trump has not. And there's, I think, no expectation that the IRS audit is going to be completed in the next 65 days in time for Trump to no longer be able to argue that he's not going to release them because they're under audit. We heard Mike Pence compare Hillary Clinton to Richard Nixon. Well, I think in fairness, you'd note that every major presidential candidate since Richard Nixon have released their tax returns. So in this way, Donald Trump is really at odds with what has been the practice in modern times of presidential candidates.
Important context. Trump says he's going to be making more campaign stops, like his visit to a predominantly black church in Detroit. He said he was there to listen. What did you make of that appearance on Saturday?
I thought it was interesting that he chose to do it. I think that the Trump campaign has very little expectation that he's going to do particularly well among African-American voters. He was at 4% among African-American voters in our USA Today Suffolk University poll out this week. But I think they calculate that he can do better among college-educated white voters who are put off by the sense that some of his rhetoric has been racist. I think it is reassuring to some of those voters, and that's really the target of these speeches he's given about African-American outreach, and also this appearance, this interesting appearance on Saturday in Detroit.
I want to turn to these notes that the FBI released from their Hillary Clinton email investigation. I'm wondering, Susan, what stuck out to you from that release?
Well, first of all, I'd say any day when a candidate is talking about the release of the notes from their interrogation by the FBI of an investigation into your practices, that is a bad day for the campaign. That said, there weren't any huge revelations in these interview notes that we had released. One thing that struck me was 39 times Hillary Clinton said either "I don't recall" or "I don't remember" in response to questions from the FBI. And I think that does reinforce the sense that a majority of voters say they have, that she is not being fully transparent when questions about her emails come up. In fact, in the CBS Battleground States poll that was just released this morning, 46% of those surveyed in your 13 battleground states say she's becoming less convincing, less credible when she talks about emails, her email controversy, not more credible. And that is, I think, very worrisome for the Clinton campaign.
We're going to talk more about that poll a little later in the hour. Susan Page, thank you so much for your insight. Appreciate it.
Thank you.